It's the Year of the Ox, and today we're going to show you some of our favorite cute animal videos.
I'm watching one right now.
Not right now, Andrew.
Oh, sorry. We have 5 great, cute videos coming up ahead in today's show. I'm Andrew Ryan.
I'm Natalie Tso, but first let's take a look at the stories on our radar.
It looks like Taiwan may still get COVID-19 vaccines from BioNTech after all. The announcement comes just a day after reports saying that China had blocked a deal for 5 million doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. There was speculation that Beijing was wielding its power by way of the vaccine's regional distributor, which is a Chinese company. BioNTech sent an email to Reuters saying that the deal is still pending. Taiwan's flag carrier, China Airlines, is going to evacuate Taiwanese citizens from Myanmar. That's amid demonstrations against a recent military coup. There are around 1,000 Taiwan citizens in the Southeast Asian country, many working for the 270 Taiwanese companies that have set up shop there. Taiwanese students are set to return to school on February 22nd, 4 days later than originally planned due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Schools like this one in the central city of Taichung are using the time to disinfect their buildings and grounds. Time magazine has included KMT chair Johnny Chiang on its annual 100 Next list of people shaping the future. Chiang is the only Taiwanese person to make the list. It says that 48-year-old Chiang is the youngest leader the party has ever had, and he's faced with the challenge of making the party appealing to a younger generation that's wary of China and less inclined to push for unification.
Now, so many people have gotten a lot of comfort from their pets during a difficult year. I know that you last year got a cat, right?
Yes, Felix was 3 months old when we got him. He's adorable. And he's been really playful. He's added a lot of love and warmth to our home, but I think he's a little bit too attached to me. Because he's like, you know, when I come home and I'm on my bed reading, he's like kneading. He's doing this thing that that they do, like
making bread.
Yeah, making bread, which is like throwing them back to when they were kittens. And then when I get up, he gets really upset.
Oh, wow.
He's like, he's not done. He's like, what are you doing? So it's like, yeah, he's really attached to me.
He wants you to work from home, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have pets at home, don't worry. We have 5 fantastic, adorable animal videos to share with you today to put a smile on your face. And we're going to start off with one that's got a lot of monkey business in it.
That's right.
It may be winter vacation, but for one Formosan macaque, there's no time to monkey about. A photo of the Taiwanese primate sitting solemn-faced behind a desk has gone viral on social media. It's even drawn some envious comments. One caption reads, "Even this monkey's got a job while I sit here unemployed." The photo was taken at National Sun Yat-sen University in Kaohsiung. Senior Vice President Huang Yi-yo explains. He says someone forgot to close the office door and the monkey snuck in to steal food. The monkeys are completely harmless, he says. One student says he'd like to offer the monkey a full-time job. Formosan macaques often come looking for food on the university grounds. That's forced the university to install special windows to stop them climbing in. So next time a monkey comes looking for work, it'll have to sign in at reception first.
I just love the picture of the macaque at the desk. He looks so professional, so serious.
I'll tell you, that macaque had me macackling. Sorry, that was bad.
Okay, so now with us is Leslie to tell us about the biggest animal story of the year.
That's right, guys. I'm here to bring you a story about pandas.
Oh, I love pandas.
They're notoriously shy, and it's really hard to get to them to mate. So it's always a big deal when there's a baby panda born. In fact, you could say it's absolute pandemonium.
Pandemonium! All right, let's have a look.
A star was born on Sunday afternoon at the Taipei Zoo. After 5 hours of labor, panda mom Yuan Yuan gave birth to a female cub. Yuan Yuan picks her cub up with her mouth and holds her in her arms. The cub weighs just 186 grams. Unfortunately, Yuan Yuan slightly injures the baby during the embrace. She has a cut on her shoulder bone that veterinarians quickly treat. Yuan Yuan is exhausted from the birth, so the vet has taken some of her milk to feed the newborn cub. The vet wipes the cub's mouth and feeds her and tries to get her to make a bowel movement. The new panda cub is now in an incubator. Taipei Zoo spokesperson Eric Zhao says the cub just drank 18 milliliters of milk. She's able to nurse and is actively looking for food. He says the baby cub is safe and healthy, so everyone need not worry. Both of Yuan Yuan's pregnancies were through artificial insemination. They've tried every year, and this year she got lucky. Both times, Yuan Yuan also accidentally injured her baby, so they had to be separated from her during the first month. It's not easy being a mama bear. Here, Yuan Yuan is experiencing labor pain ahead of the birth. The panda cub will say hello to the public when she's about 6 months old, an event that's likely to draw a crowd. In the meantime, the zoo hopes the public can help give her a name.
Now, did you see how adorable that panda was? Like,
So cute! I love it!
She knew, right? She was selling it big time. But she also needed a name, and you can't call her Boo Boo Wawa like I do all the time. And the Taipei Zoo turned to the internet for some help. Have a look.
Taipei Zoo's newborn Yuanbao is only about 2 months old, but she's already a media darling. Yuanbao spends most of her time sleeping and suckling milk. Last week, the panda cub still didn't know what her name was. Yuanbao, or Zouzou. Now it's official. After an online vote, the public chose Yuanbao as the baby panda's name. When Yuanbao is not sleeping or drinking milk, she likes moving around and stretching her legs. The panda cub is neither playing cute nor doing exercise. It's all because of her claws, which are getting longer and longer each day. Taipei Zoo spokesperson Eric Cao says that when Yuanbao moves around, her claws sometimes get stuck among bamboo leaves. Pandas have 5 toes on each leg, but the 2 front legs have an extra toe called a fake thumb, used to grab tea leaves and other objects.
This past weekend was Valentine's Day. Do you guys think the animals celebrated?
Well, I heard some Barry White coming from one of the cages, so I think they did.
I mean, I think if they did, they probably did it better than I did. So
no,
there's the pressure.
Well, did you guys know that male penguins like to give their prospective dates a gift?
Really?
And we caught that on video.
Penguins court by placing a rock in front of their beloved. It's a bit like the way humans in some cultures propose with diamond rings. If the other penguin shows affection in return, the couple prepares to begin mating. That was what was going on at the National Museum of Marine Biology and Aquarium on Tuesday, which coincidentally was also the holiday sometimes called Chinese Valentine's Day in English. The penguins will build love nests shaped like small volcanoes after they have finished mating, says their caretaker. It wasn't just the penguins feeling love in the air either. Sea hares and puffins were also reportedly looking for romance too. Aquarium visitors were delighted at seeing the varied forms of animal courtship on display.
You know, after watching those scenes from that video, I was thinking, this could be the makings of an animal rom-com.
It's fascinating. Like, how do they know, the penguins and the puffins? Like, it was Chinese Valentine's Day, and they're just like, oh yeah, time to give a gift. It's fascinating.
I mean, they must do it all the time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, I love a good rom-com, but I also love a great action-adventure film like this one starring an anteater at the Taipei Zoo.
3 months ago, the anteater Xiaohong mounted a daring escape from her enclosure at the Taipei Zoo. She jumped into a moat with her baby and made a break for it. Zookeepers found Xiaohong's baby, but the anteater mama must have practiced magic in captivity because she went poof. Xiaohong's daring getaway had zoo staff scratching their heads. Just where did she go? Caretakers were concerned about the impending cold weather and were worried she'd run into wild animals. On Sunday, zoo officials received a tip from locals saying an anteater had been spotted in the mountains close to the zoo. They dispatched 36 people to catch Xiaohong. That might seem excessive, but when you're dealing with a seasoned escape artist, you can't be too careful. Zookeepers searched the mountains for over an hour before finding Xiaohong huddled up in a tree. Get in that kennel, you rascal! Back at the zoo, Xiaohong is washed and thoroughly examined for injuries. The smile on her face might suggest that she's not even the least bit sorry. Xiaohong's temperature is a little low, as is her blood sugar. She's a kilogram lighter, but that's nothing a little chow can't fix. It's been a while since Xiaohong had her favorite green matcha cake. Just watch her tuck into it. After a meal and a checkup, Xiaohong's vital signs are stable. She's going to stay in quarantine at the zoo for the next few days. Zookeepers are glad Xiaohong is safe, but they might want to think about putting more locks on the doors.
How is that for a disappearing act, huh?
That anteater is so cute. I bet he got it though, he did it just for the matcha cake.
Do you think he knew before he left? They're like,
He's like,
if you
I'm gonna
escape.
get a big welcome when I get back.
It was just such a fascinating story, this one. I followed it and I was like, where did it go? How did it pull off that escape? There's so many details I need to know, but I don't speak anteater. It's driving me nuts.
I mean, I would love to see the behind the scenes for that. Like, where did he go? What did he do?
That's true. It would make a great movie, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give that thing a GoPro. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we're going to finish off with a heartwarming story about how people came together to rescue a bunch of baby sea turtles. Check it out.
Over the weekend, beachgoers in Kending found baby sea turtles on Taiwan Beach in southern Taiwan. The turtles were confused by lights coming from nearby hotels, so they couldn't find their way to the ocean. They could have died of exhaustion if they didn't make it to the sea. Beach resort employees quickly contacted park officials, and they found 24 green baby sea turtles. The little creatures were inspected for injuries and weighed before they were brought to the ocean. The hotels dimmed their lights, and the baby sea turtles were safely led onto the beach and into the sea.
You just see those baby sea turtles,
they're
everybody
so
coming together.
Cute.
Hotels turned off the lights.
Takes a village, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, anyway, so those were the 5 videos. We had all 5. Which one was your guys' favorite?
Natalie?
I love Yuan Bao, watching him like just roll around. It's just so therapeutic, you know.
Yeah, that is really, really cute. So tiny, too.
I'm telling you, she's selling it. She knows. She knows.
She'll be doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Too.
I think so. I love the macaque one. I think it's just
adorable.
hilarious.
It's hilarious.
You could just picture all sorts of other scenarios, right?
Right, that we don't see usually, right?
Yeah.
And I myself am a huge fan of the anteater one. Did you see the smile on his face when they got it again? Like, it wasn't even sorry. It was just like, yeah, I did it, and I'll do it again.
So there you have it. Those are 5 cute animal videos to warm your heart and bring a smile to your face. Don't worry, the animal fun isn't over. Up next, we have a brain game for the Year of the Ox. This year is the Year of the Ox. So I want to ask the two of you, how much do you know about zodiac signs?
Ooh.
Not too much.
Not too much? Wow, brought that down real quick in the studio, didn't we? Today we have a game that we are calling Ox, Taurus, or Bull.
Whoa, wait, bull.
Gosh.
Yes, so
All right.
basically what I'm going to do is I give you a clue, and I'm going to ask you if I'm talking about the Year of the Ox, or the star sign Taurus, or is it Bull? And by that I mean that it's neither sign.
Okay. I thought you were going to ask me if the personality of the animal was bull.
No. There's also a possibility that it might be both, okay? So 4
dear.
possible answers.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I think you guys will be
Already.
great. No, it's easier than it sounds. On buzzer number 1, we have Natalie Tso. On buzzer number 2, we have Leslie Liao. Are you guys ready? All right. First question. The following people were born during this sign: Barack Obama, Meryl Streep, and Naomi Osaka. Natalie.
Year of the Ox?
That is right. They were all born in different years, but this is definitely the Year of the Ox.
Oh.
All right.
I try to link it to his presidency. That's my bad. Not his birthday. Not his birthday. I was like,
Calculating,
8
right?
years ago.
Don't think too much.
Okay,
Leslie.
sorry.
All right, the next question. This animal became one of 12 zodiac signs in the 5th century.
The Year of the
Leslie.
Ox?
You are half right. I'll give you a half point for that. It is actually both of them.
Oh.
Yes.
At the same time?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, separately, of course. The Babylonians did what we call now the Western star signs. The Chinese
Interesting.
did, of course, the different years, the animal years. Now, the concepts originated much earlier, but it was in that century, the 5th century, that they kind of put them together
Really?
in 12 sign zodiacs.
That's cool.
Fascinating. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good.
I did a deep dive for this.
Learning stuff.
All right, number 3. This animal sign comes after a cat.
After a cat.
Leslie, I think, was just a hair first.
Is it Taurus?
Nope.
No.
Ox.
No.
Because
no,
it was
neither.
the record, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was probably
Oh.
Taurus, but because it's not
But there's
ox.
no cat star, so I'm thinking about that. Unless you were talking about the tiger, but then again, we haven't been talking about no tiger. That's my bad.
So the correct answer is bull. The Taurus follows Aries, which is a ram, And the ox follows the rat. That is right.
This is not good.
All right. Moving on. This animal is connected to the element of earth.
Ox, because he works the earth, right?
Yes, you get half a point for that.
Both. Yeah, we definitely give a half a point.
You can have another half a point for
Thank
that. Sure,
you.
why not?
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, how many points
So
do I have?
now usually we are talking about this year as being the metal ox, right? That is the assigned element for this year. But actually it has a fixed element, which is earth. So it's always earth, as is Taurus.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
All right, moving on. Number 5. This animal is also a constellation. Leslie.
Taurus.
That is correct.
Taurus, okay.
So the 12 signs on the Western zodiac are all astrological signs. The sun occupies Taurus between April 20th and May 20th. So the sun is in that constellation during that period of time. That's why it's called Taurus. Oh.
I see. That's so the sun has something to do with it. I had no idea. You see, I'm learning things every day. Wow.
All right, number 6. People born under this sign are thought to be stubborn.
Ox?
You're half right.
Both?
Yes, this is both.
Oh no, it's a stubborn year.
I am a Taurus, so this should be no surprise to
wonder you
everybody.
got Taurus into the show today.
So both of these signs actually share a lot in common.
Interesting.
They're said to be hardworking, reliable, honest, opinionated. I don't know if
It
that's...
sounds like you.
Does that sound like me?
Yeah.
There is one difference, though. The ox is said to be more introverted, while Taurians are said to be more indulgent and prone to excess. I don't know if that's accurate
Are
or
you
not.
prone to excess?
I think I could see that.
Thank you. All right, moving on. Final question. This animal sign needs to be careful when it's their time in the spotlight. Leslie.
You're the ox.
That is correct.
Really? Why?
That's right. Well, so they have what's called the Tai Sui god.
Yeah.
And so when it's your year, that god is kind of overseeing the fortunes for that year. So you don't want to anger the Tai Sui god, so you actually have to an Tai Sui. So you pray to the Tai Sui god. So there you go. How many points did you guys get? You're going to have to be on the honor
I
system.
have 3.
I think I have 3.5.
I think he got more. I think he won.
I think I got like 3 half questions.
Well, you know what? There's one for each of you.
Thank you.
And you can have a look inside.
Thank you, Anne.
What
Show them
is
also what's on the front.
inside?
This
Oh,
is,
it's an ox.
It's a big old ox with some, wow,
Happy
there's some
Chinese New
flowers
Year.
in there and some
And
gears.
stickers.
Ooh, he gave us some
Ox
stickers?
stickers.
And read them what they say. There's some very funny ones
They
on there.
say 睡饱了. I've slept enough.
Yeah.
吃不胖. Oh, I hope that happens. I won't
don't
never
get
get
weight.
fat.
I would
Yeah.
like to show this to our bosses, 多加薪, which means to give them a raise.
I like
I would
that
like
too.
that.
There's also one 少加班, so like don't work overtime.
Yes. Oh, these are
sleep
great.
well,
Great to
sleep
give to
well.
colleagues. Yes.
So there you go. That is my best wishes, not only for Natalie and Leslie, but for you as well during the Year of the Ox. Now, earlier in our show today, we showed you a macaque, a monkey, taking over an office. So the final question today is, what animal can you imagine taking over Taiwan Insider? Leslie.
My answer is them penguins.
Oh, that would be so cute.
Because they give gifts, they build houses. Why wouldn't they come after my job? You know?
That's hilarious. Nice.
I would love to see this indigenous animal, the
Oh, it's-
Formosan clouded leopard. They're a beautiful animal that we hope to see around.
Yunbao, right?
You want to see more of them?
Yes.
All right. Well, mine is a little bit silly. Muntjac.
Hey.
This is a little mixture between a dog and a deer. Sometimes they call it a barking deer. The only problem, though, is they say that the call of the muntjac sounds like a dirty word in Chinese. So I don't know if they're going to last very long as the host of Taiwan Insider.
There you go. Get those ratings go drop.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for today's edition of Taiwan Insider. Be sure to connect with us on social media.
Yes, leave a comment and subscribe if you like us. For Taiwan Insider, I'm Natalie Tso.
I'm Leslie Liao.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. See you next week.